You guys, I some things I want to talk to you about. If this is your first time seeing any of my videos, my name is Giovanni. I am a junior at Southern New Hampshire University online, and I am studying information systems with a focus on cybersecurity. And I want to talk about two things in this video in particular. So this is IT-253. And if you are starting to take this class, this is my current professor, Dr. Walker, and I want to make sure we'll start off with the grades like we always do and talk about, where I am grade wise. I want to show you about four, okay? Because four was something interesting. The discussion post inside of here, when you get ready to do your discussion post here, okay, cyber incidents, I want you to pay attention to how you write your response because I had a couple of people in this class reach out to me and I did not realize that, and we'll go to four real quick here. You guys can see it. I didn't realize at the time that there was even something to pay a huge amount of attention to. It was just like, okay, it's any other discussion topic. But here is what I want to point out. You do not go here. Okay. It says review the list of major cyber incidents that occurred on the Center for Strategic and International Studies website. Okay. So when you go to this website, it will, of course, look like this. And you'll go through and kind of pick out something that you want to talk about, whatever it is. And I did not realize that people were not answering this question right here. And I'm just going to pause for that because it is clear they were answering, is it social engineering? Or in certain cases, they never answered it at all. So that is something I want to, first of all, impart to you. Please make sure that you are paying attention and answering all the questions. How I do it is I will usually take all of these questions and I will put them as headers in each one of the responses. So if it says to describe the incident, what happened and the potential impact, I will then go under and answer that so that I don't miss any of the question. Not everybody does that, which I thought was interesting. So outside of that, going back to the grades, on four, not anything major. The test out stuff is just the test out stuff that you're not going to get any type of like real response on that. It's just you either pass it or you don't. So I can't really give you a lot of feedback on that. We are actually on week 6 right now as of this recording. However, we finished up 5. Now, 5, we'll go there. 5 or module 5 in this case has to do with your project 1. And I want to kind of dive off into that because when I was doing it, I found it quite lengthy, to be absolutely honest with you. So I will go ahead and open what my project looks like. Okay. And a lot of these I have inside of my Google Documents. So let me get my Google Docs open for you guys. And then so you kind of see where I go through and like how I write things. So this is what you're going to deal with. This is the template and you're going to go through and put in all of this information. Now, I'm going to tell you if you go through and you're watching this and you decide you want to go through and slow it down to try to put this content in to submit a paper, the professor will already know. These get tagged, and I just want to be clear about that because in one of my other videos, an instructor actually had to reach out to me to ask me to take down something because people were copying it. So I just want to be clear, if you do plagiarize this, the instructor will know, because this content, once I get done with my papers, I make sure that my content is down. So just letting you know, this is what it will look like. The whole point of this is to go through and write. A couple of things I want to point out to you in this, okay, is that you are writing to someone who does not understand technology. Okay. And when you write this, you're speaking to the leadership team, but understand that they don't have the technical knowledge about, like networks and laws and that type of thing as you do. So you're communicating with the leadership team. That's one thing. They must address these risks, and they are trusting you to go through and give them a recommendation. So if you've taken any other classes that have to do with technology, you'll see this part right here. But I just want to point it out to you that be mindful that your leadership team is considered a non-technical audience. And I point that out because you have several things that you have to go in here, and then you've got to keep the language high level, but you also have to make sure that the team who's going to receive this is not going to be confused. A lot of the reason why I split my papers up into these kind of like technical controls, what will you need to do for a technical control, for example, and break this down in such a way is so that if somebody were looking at this, their eyes are drawn to the bullet points. So they see, oh, okay, we can, for example, strengthen the security of our electronic systems by implementing a multi-factor authentication. Okay, so if you're going to have two-factor authentication, that would be a step, for example, that they could use to enhance their access control. So that was one of the things that I do recommend that you go through and you're clear on when you're getting ready to write this. Keep in mind, this is a 2 to 3 page document. All right. This is not you just doing. Now, mine, as you can see, this is more than, 2 or 3 pages. As you can see, it ended up being a total of 4, including references. So you want to make sure that that's what you submit. Here is the template here. Okay. And what you have to do is take in these 2 supporting details. So when you go through and pull up these particular links, it will give you data that you need to be able to fill in the template. Now, this, if we go back up to the point system, if you think that this is something that you might just kind of want to throw away because it's not important, I'll have you know that it is. It is 175 points for module 5.2 for your first project 1, if you will. That is 175 points. Now, typically what will happen is the rest of it will be here. And that's the main bulk of what your classes are your project levels and your discussion as far as the skill set. In this case, it's more along the lines of the test out, help to supplement that. But I do want you guys to focus in your attention on just answering the questions, and feel free if you need to reach out to me in this video. I've had people who have started this course or wanted to know what the course was about, and they've reached out to me. You can do it right on the comment section right below this video. I do read those comments. I do respond to those comments. So you're already here watching this video and you've made it to this point already. So go ahead, leave a comment. If this is something that's helpful to somebody else or might be helpful to a group, a study group that you're part of, go ahead and have the person follow me. I do these videos and I do them in order to help people who are like me. There was no content where anyone was going through and kind of showing the classes as they were going through them. A lot of the content was just going through and showing what Southern New Hampshire University is like once they graduated. And I wanted to know what it was like to go through class by class. So that's what I've been doing in this journey. And that's what this is about. So that is really it. As I said, we're on week 6 right now, but I definitely wanted to get you guys week 4, week 5, and then to make sure you were prepared for that project 1. So what I will do is next week, once we're done with week 6, I'll update you on that and anything that I think that you might need to look out for. All right. Again, thank you so much for making it to this part. If you did make it to this part in the video, please leave a unicorn down in the comment section. Lets me know that you guys watched until the end, and I'll talk to you later.